Okay, so the purpose of the guided meditation is to come to a clear recognition of your essential being, your essential self, and we will start with the sound of the bell and we'll end with the sound of the bell. Just make sure you sit really comfortably. If you need to move, you can move. You can sit upright or you can lean back. It would be good not to fall asleep. If you feel sleepiness coming, just observe that and don't go with that pull, okay? Because one of the ways the mind avoids recognizing its own source is to go into a state of sleep or drowsiness. That's why you often see, like in Zen meditation or so, that the practitioners sit very upright with a straight spine. But it's not necessary like that. The important thing is not to fall asleep and to get too drowsy. And just as we said earlier, listen with your entire being. Allow my voice to guide your attention. So listen with your heart. Don't pay too much attention about the detail of what I'm saying. Because my speaking comes out of my heart spontaneously as well. So it's not about studying or taking notes or anything like that. Simply allow yourself to listen and to relax. Just pay attention to your in-breath and to your out-breath. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. In and out. Allow your breath to just function automatically, unforced. Also notice that your senses are working automatically. So there's nothing you need to manage. Pay attention to the sounds around. The music of the river. And enjoy your breathing. And recognize how this whole place we're in supports you in being here. The rocks are just here. The river is just here, just flowing, completely natural. You can open your eyes and just leave them very soft. Just notice whatever you notice without naming it. Different textures of the rock, the colors. The waves on the water. Just notice how beautiful it is to be alive and to be able to perceive. Then you can close your eyes again, or you can leave them open as you like. And pay attention to your feeling. Pay attention to the touch of the wind, the cold air, the cool air. The support underneath. The warmth inside your body. Bringing your attention to your body, we do a very brief body scan, starting at your feet, feeling the bottom of your feet, your ankles, your toes, the top of your feet. And then slowly moving upwards, the shin, the calf, really allow yourself to relax your muscles, your calf muscles, the muscles of your feet. your knee, the back of the knee, your upper leg, your hips, your belly, the warmth inside your belly, the billions of microbes that support your digestion, tirelessly working in symbiosis with you. Feel your belly rising and falling with your breathing. You can put a hand on your belly. Just feel it gently rising and falling. Your lower back, upper back. Just allow your back to relax, your muscles to relax, your shoulders to relax, your throat, your tongue, relax, your eyes, the muscles around your head. Feel how smooth your brain is, how deep and silent. Bring your attention to your hands. Relax your hands, your fingers, the palm of your hand, your wrists, and your lower arms, upper arms, feel the air going in and out of your nose or your mouth. Make sure you are comfortable in the way you sit. Move if you need to. Lean back if you need to. Now we go into the space of being. And in order to go into the space of being, or the room of being, we will leave our shoes outside. So it's sort of a game. So we leave our shoes outside as is custom before we go in. And we'll also leave our mind outside. And by that I simply mean that you don't touch any thoughts about the future, what you hope that will happen, or any ideas you have about being, or previous experiences you've had. just forget about them. So no expectations. No imagination is needed. No creative thinking. No visualization. Just sober seeing. You're not in a state of hypnosis. You're simply here. And also, we won't touch any thoughts about the past. Like who we think we are. The person we believe we are. So we're not gonna engage with any thoughts like that. Like the mind might come up with whatever image or story about the past or judgment, or any judgment or story about yourself. And it can do that, but you don't log into it. You simply ignore. It's one of our great powers is to ignore. So we don't require the mind to be quiet, but we simply don't engage with its play. The mind's nature, in a way, is like the river. It just needs to flow. Or like the wind. The wind flows and it needs the space to flow in. And the beingness is like the space. So just allow yourself to feel empty. And pay attention what that feels like. Simply being here. Effortless. You don't need to make an effort to be. You simply are. Choicelessly, you are. Without touching any memory or any thought, you are already here. You don't need to be anybody in order to be here. And this is the I am sense. It is so natural that we rarely give it our attention. Giving the I amness or the beingness your attention, you immediately are in touch with its fruits. Its fragrance is peace, ease. Maybe you feel it like a neutrality or like an emptiness. As you keep your attention here, it becomes more smooth, more pronounced. You might feel a sense of joy or natural satisfaction or happiness. But don't try to create those or manufacture those. Simply observe. Notice it's your natural state. Notice if a thought comes, the thought comes and goes. But you're here before the thought comes, while the thought is here, and when the thought has gone, you're still here. So you're not a thought. And you're also not a memory, which is an aspect of a thought, or a mode of thought. Notice that you, the beingness, is imageless. It's formless. It's not got a particular shape. Just feel your being. And confirm that you cannot lose it. In the waking state, your I amness is always there. I am. I exist. I am means to be. So throughout the day, just take a few minutes now and again to pay attention to just the sense of being. You might want to, after lunch, for example, lie down for 5 minutes and just rest one hand on your chest, on your heart area, and just sense yourself as being. If thoughts come or go, it doesn't matter. Thoughts are not a problem. The invitation is to pay attention to yourself, to your beingness. In the beginning it can feel like you need to kind of comb it out, all the kind of distractive noises that come up from the mind, from the personal aspect of yourself, that might get even stronger in order to catch your attention. And it might say things like, you don't quite get it, or it doesn't feel how it used to feel, or whatever it says. But you don't go with that energy, simply feel that vibration of being. Like a subtle sense of presence, of neutrality. And you can invite nature to support you with that. You can invite life to support you with that. Or you might feel a sense of faith to God or to someone or to something, and you can pray to find support in coming back to yourself and to being anchored and rooted increasingly in yourself. And that's a very humble way to approach the recognition of your own true nature. And like that, life will respond without fail. And as you keep over the next hours and days your attention on the sense of being, not in an exhaustive way, not in an obsessive way, it will start to grow, and you'll more and more fall in love with it naturally. And the more you love it, the more you want to be with it. Like nobody has to remind you of your beloved. It's just there. That desire of being together, of being one, at one with yourself. You cannot fail, because you are already yourself. It's only a matter of discovering and confirming and sharpening your Dharma eye, your eye of understanding and wisdom. And it's a beautiful and joyful thing, not just hard work, but some work is needed. In the beginning, some work is needed. A bit like a car that's flat of battery, and in order to start it, you jump in, you put in the second gear, and you ask your friends to start pushing, and they push, and vroom, after a blast of hard work, the motor jumps in and it runs again. And your friends are in a way your Sangha, your community of beings around, beings that have a devotion to this, a devotion to the impersonal sense of self. And nature also is your Sangha, your support, your community. Everything can be your community supporting you in truth, in life. Helping to push that car. Maybe not the best image. So now we close this session with the sound of the bell again. You can bring your attention to your in-breath and out-breath. Resting your mind on your breathing, you come back to the body and back to the here and now, to the present moment, and notice that the sense of being doesn't change, it doesn't move.